All right, so we have the fifth and final film of Daniel Craig is James Bond. And what did I think? Well, let's talk about it. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion for my movie review for No Time to Die. And if this is your first time finding me and you happen to like the video, please give me that thumbs up and consider subscribing. All right, guys, so like most people out there, I am a big fan of James Bond, Die Hard. I'm getting there, but I do make sure I try to see a James Bond film in theaters each time one comes out. Now, as far as all of the older James Bond films, I have not seen those. The only ones I've seen are the ones in the 90s with Pierce Brosnan and the ones today with Daniel Craig. Now, we'll go ahead and say out of those two, Daniel Craig is my favorite. I still do love Pierce Brosnan as James Bond. I mean, that's what I grew up with, so it has that nostalgic factor to it. But after seeing all these films with Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig, I can say that Daniel Craig is my favorite Bond. And we have 5 films now. First, we had Casino Royale, and then Spectre. Casino Royale, then Quantum of Solace, then Skyfall, then Spectre, and now we have No Time to Die. And I was really looking forward to this one right here. As we all know, it was delayed, but we finally got it. Each time we saw a trailer, it looked even more fantastic, and I just couldn't wait. And this is being directed by Cary Hoji Fukunaga. And I am glad that he was a part of this film because I just think he did a great job. If you're familiar with his filmography, that is what it looks like right here. I did see Jane Eyre. Did I see this? I actually can't remember. Actually, no, I don't think I did see that. But of course, I heard about it, and I know a lot of people, I think, was raving about it. But this is the director right here, and I'll just go ahead and say that he did a great job. And I'll go ahead and, well, actually, before I tell you, whether I liked it or not, let me tell you exactly what it's all about. James Bond has left active service. His piece is short-lived when Felix Leiter, an old friend from the CIA, turns up asking for help, leading Bond onto the trail of a mysterious villain armed with dangerous new technology. Now, guys, I will go ahead and rank the James Bond films for you right now. Of course, I said Casino Royale, Skyfall, Spectre, and Quantum of Solace. Right now, after seeing No Time to Die, Casino Royale is still my favorite out of the 5. That film was just flawless. It's probably like a 9.5, 10 for me out of 10. After that, it would be Skyfall will come in at number 2. I thought that was fantastic. And then No Time to Die is going to come in 3rd place. And I really don't know or care after Spectre and Quantum of Solace. I just really didn't care for those films right there. I don't think most people did, but No Time to Die is coming in 3rd place. Now, that may bum you out if you haven't seen it already, because most of you have. Don't worry about that. Okay. Don't worry about that at all. This film is still great. I just don't think it's as great as those, but it's still good. It's still worthy. After I saw this film, I was not disappointed. The way it ended, I thought it was the perfect ending for this incarnation of James Bond. And I wouldn't have asked for anything other than what we got. I am quite surprised with what we got in the end, but I think it was that perfect send-off for for Daniel Craig to be done with this role, and we go ahead and pass the torch on to somebody else. Hopefully Idris Elba or somebody black, just to change it up. But right now I'm probably, punching people crying in my comment section like, no, you can't have a black as Bond. But whatever. But, this is still fantastic. And what I like about this is what I just said. This whole thing is just like the perfect send off for James Bond. I love the way this film started, and he is in retirement. He's like, look, I am tired of saving the world over and over and over again. Y'all can recruit some more 00 agents. I am chilling. But like the synopsis said, he has pulled back in. He has asked for help, and people have helped him in the past. So it's only kind of fair that he help people as well. And that's kind of how we get going right here. And, also people are always trying to get revenge. You know what I'm saying? It'd be 10, 30, 50 years. You killed my great grandfather. I'm coming back for revenge with an iron fist, and so we got a lot of that sprinkled in here as well. And what I like about this is, of course, I'm an action guru guy. I love that up, down, left, right, in and out. And I mean, I thoroughly enjoy it, you know, when I'm watching any film. I don't think, you know, it's not too many times where I'm just like, okay, that action sucked. It's, you know, usually, you know, serviceable. But right here, especially in the beginning with No Time to Die, when it kicked off, I actually found myself smiling ear to ear and just like nodding my head like, yeah. And it felt like fan service, but it doesn't matter because we deserved it. We earned it. You know, it actually felt like they were going down a checklist like, okay, what are the things that we can make cool for this James Bond film? And they were just going through a list, but it was executed great. I mean, at the very beginning, there was this one point where he was driving up a motorcycle and then like went up a ramp. And then just like the way that it was shot, the way that it was filmed, I was just like in awe, in amazement, just like, wow, this right here is like true to the game, blockbuster filmmaking. This Fukunaga guy right here, he knows what he's doing behind the camera. And I'm just like, this is exactly what I want, you know? Even if we don't get good story, good characters, all that, this action right now is just hitting. And it's like, you know, James, he's not immortal. He's not invincible. He is a man. If he gets punched or shot or stabbed, it will affect him. And so when we're having these action scenes, these sequences, and the way they're choreographed with the punches and the kicks and the bullets and the dodges and the swinging from ropes and vines and wires and stuff like that, it really is last moment, last second, or you're going to die and get decapitated. And I'm just like, yo, y'all really did pull it off right here. I mean, I can really understand, you know, when they say that these James Bond films are so expensive with, you know, like all the mechanics and engineering that goes on behind the scenes to make it feel like it's like real life on screen. So that right there was just like a breath of fresh air. And when it comes to the story, I mean, how many times can you tell a story where, you know, oh, the world is coming to an end. We have this device, this biological weapon, this bomb, this explosion, whatever, and it not get old. It doesn't get old here. Not in the James Bond series with, you know, him, Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan, or any other action adventure. It still feels fresh. It still feels like something new. The overall thread in this movie, it felt real to me. And I was like, damn, that's kind of creative. Never heard of that before. You know, if somebody were to do this in real life, they can really just F up some stuff and just like end global civilization. And that's just horrible. So we need these elite assassin agents like James Bond and, you know, whoever else to come in and save the day. So in all that, I just say all that to say that I actually felt the threat when I was watching this movie right here. The acting is phenomenal. When, you know, he's a womanizer, you know, but at the same time, you know, he does get in his feelings as well. And when he finally does attach himself to somebody, you can feel the love and the passion that he has for this person, whether they live or die. You know, it really affects him. And I like seeing that on screen as well. And just like the character growth is what, it's just something that I really did love about this film too. Going all the way back to Casino Royale, you know, he was arrogant, you know, he was a womanizer. I'm James Bond. I get all the money. I get all the bad guys. I get all the da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? He was like that, but now he's just kind of like, yeah, I've been there. I've done that. You know, I've crossed a few people crossed me. Let me sit my ass down. You know what I'm saying? So I can see the growth in this film over all 5 films right there. Really, my only complaint about this film is it is long as hell. It's like 2 hours and 45 minutes. And my goodness gracious, you know, it was funny. The thing about James Bond films is you always know that their intro James Bond song is going to be like 32 minutes long. And I made the mistake of not going to the restroom before I went to go see this at the theater. And I was like, crap, I have to go to the bathroom. And it's only the first 10 minutes of this movie. And I'm going to be here 2 hours and 45 minutes. But as soon as that song started, I was like, I can go now. I got like 8 minutes. And I chucked my butt, you know, and did my thing or whatever. And came back and it was still playing the song. I just had to share that story with you guys because it was funny to me. And I was laughing when I was running back in the theater. But anyway, my only complaint about this movie is the villain in this movie by Rami Malek. I like the performances, but I mean, I don't know. I just wanted a little bit more, you know, from his role in this. But overall, guys, I really did love the film. It was shot in IMAX. Y'all know I rave about IMAX all the time. So see it on the biggest screen possible. And I just don't see how you're not going to get, I don't see how you can be Well, you probably can be disappointed. It's just all about your expectations, but I wasn't. You know, I pretty much loved everything about this film. I just wasn't in love with the villain and the runtime. So if I had to rate No Time to Die out of a one, actually, before I do that, I do want to thank you all for tuning in, because that is just my opinion. Thank you so much. If you did like the video, please go ahead and give me that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So help me reach 35,000 subscribers. And also, please make sure you come back this Sunday. This Sunday, I don't know, the 23rd at 6:30 p.m. CST for my weekly movie news roundup show, whether it's by myself or I bring in a panel of guests. We compile all the movie news that came throughout the week and just break it down and have fun over discussion debate. But guys, if I had to rate No Time to Die out of a 1 out of 10, I would at least give this an 8 out of 10. Yes, an 8 out of 10, maybe an 8.5. I don't know, but we're just going to stick it right there. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.